Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. Here every day. Why? Because life goes every day. And so we're here to explore it. Today, I want to talk about the idea of becoming more aware. I think that's what we're all seeking, isn't it? Isn't that what we're really talking about, is becoming more aware of everything happening around us, becoming more aware of who we really are, discovering who we are, and discovering who we are is we're always that already, but we have to become aware of what we are. So there's two steps that I want to talk about today in becoming more aware. The first step is we have to become an observer. We have to disassociate, not get rid of, but be able to disassociate with our body and with our ego so that we can look at the world. We can observe what's happening around us and not be attached to what's happening around us. And as we observe what's happening around us, then we go to step two. And step two is thinking for ourselves. So we've got to develop two habits that are not easy to develop because we have been conditioned out of those habits. And the habits are, number one, can you be the observer? Can you be in a situation and step out and observe your body and how it's reacting, what it's feeling, what it's doing? Can you observe your ego, your personality, what it's feeling, what it's doing, what it's trying to get you to do? And then can you take an overall perspective of how does this fit into the totality of life and the totality of me becoming more aware of who I am, and begin to think for yourself? The best way to start thinking for yourself is, in my mind, is simply start to question everything. You may have things that you think are true, but they're not really true. They're just beliefs. What are beliefs? They're habits that you've been thinking over and over and over again. And because you built the habit, you believe it to be true. I'll give you one of the great beliefs that people have. Some people believe I'm a Christian and Christianity is the only right thing. On the other side of the world, you have a Buddhist and they believe that mine is the only way. And you wonder, why do they believe differently? Because that's where they were born. And where they were born determined what they were indoctrinated with. And what they were indoctrinated with, they were domesticated into believing. Just because you're born into something does not mean it's true. Just because your parents kept over and over and over again telling you something, this is who you are, this is what you must believe, doesn't mean it's true. Becoming aware is not an easy process, because becoming aware means being the observer, thinking for yourself, but then you've got to go and you've got to not care what other people think, because other people are going to want to keep you where you are. Other people like when you're numb. Other people like when you have these beliefs that they share because they're not aware and they were brought up in the same place where you were brought up. Probably could be the same religion that you were brought up in. And because they were brought up in it, they don't want you to be different, because then they don't understand, why are you leaving? Why is this happening? So people in general don't want you to change. They want to keep you where you are because that's where they're comfortable. They're not thinking about what is your goal? What is your goal? What does it mean to become more aware? Let me support you in that. They're not thinking that at all. They're thinking, you've been in my life for so many years. I'm comfortable in this relationship. Have you ever heard that one? I'm comfortable. I want to tell you, nothing wrong with being comfortable. But if you're comfortable in all of your life, you're not aware. You've actually become numb, comfortably numb. Pink Floyd said it all. Comfortably numb. Another word for aware is lucid, Richard says. I love the word lucid. He calls it lucidic studies. He's always doing this mastery of word thing. I love it. Hey, do you got comments? Do you got questions? You want to bring things up? Love that. The more feedback you give me, the more I can expound, I can share, and we can share with each other ideas. I posted something on Facebook today that got a little bit of a response, and it was this. Fear, science will tell you that fear, excess fear, leads to stress. Science will also tell you that excess stress breaks down the immune system. Science will tell you is that when stress has broken down the immune system, you are more susceptible to disease. Then I asked a simple question. As you observe the world, as you observe television, as you observe social media, are you noticing that everything is trying to get us more fearful? That's the only question I asked. Do you notice that everything we're being presented with is trying to get us more fearful? I'm not taking any sides on anything. I'm just asking that question. I came to that question because I happened to be just flipping a TV on last night for about 10 minutes, and all I had were drug commercials and all the fear of, if I don't take this drug for this lupus, for this, for diabetes, this for this. Holy crap, the fear that was thrown in me, it was unbelievable. Moniqua says, I'm having trouble trusting people. It's like I'm on alert on seeing the bad in people. I'm going to throw something back at you, Moniqua. I don't worry about trusting people because I trust myself. If I trust myself, I realize that I'm not dependent on anyone else for my happiness or my self-worth. Therefore, if I realize that I'm no longer dependent on anyone else for my self-worth and what I need to get done, then other people can't disappoint me. But if I put all my faith in getting the approval and opinions of others, then I'm going to be a victim to them. So I always say that what you're seeing out in other people that you don't like are qualities that you're probably seeing in yourself. Because you can't see on the outside what you don't see on the inside. I don't know that I'm right, Moniqua. Don't know at all, but it's something for you to consider. That's all I do is I don't know what's right or wrong. I'm not your guru. I'm a teacher, but I don't know what's right for anyone. I just throw out concepts. Good morning, Maggie. How are you doing today? You've been in my prayers. I know things are going to be changing and shifting really fast for you. Ian goes, what's the one tip you wish you could have given yourself when you first started the book? Just do it. Stop procrastinating. Yeah, I procrastinated in writing the book because I've never done it. I procrastinated because, Wendy, I built a belief that I couldn't write. I'd overcome that belief. Ergo, I must have, because there's a book, and the author of that book is Reverend Wolak. If you haven't gotten it yet, love for you to get it because I think you're going to like it. A lot of good stuff in there. My whole life's wisdom. Not all of it, but there's a lot of my whole life's wisdom in that. What else is going on with you guys today? If you live in Dallas, I'm going to do a really great service on Sunday in person. I'm going to be talking about the fourth core concept of science of mind, that we use the word prayer. But I don't call it prayer. I call it spiritual mind treatment. Oh my gosh, look who's out there. Jana. Good to see your smile, at least on your picture. I haven't seen her talk to you in ages. Hopefully everything is going well with you. Maggie says, prayer works. Feel better today. Yeah, Maggie told us yesterday on the podcast that she was in the COVID situation. So we talked and we did prayer on it. Prayer awakens your inner being. It awakens your inner being that knows how to do all things and takes you out of the illusion of being in a world of effects. And when you get out of that illusion, your body, your mind can work together to heal itself. That's what prayer is. Prayer is really, let me just really make it so simple. Prayer is the process of building a new belief because we understand that our beliefs create. Wendy in the city says, I had a Reiki session last night and I felt a huge energy shift. Love that. Key thing about energy work, make sure you get the right energy worker. Because if you get a bad energy worker, I've had that. Ooh, it mucks up your energy. Wendy says, your book has helped me understand self-awareness. Thank you. Monique says, I'm getting better, just ready to be tested negative from COVID. Good for you. And if you got it, you'll get over it. This too shall pass. That's one of my favorite mantras in the whole world. No matter what you're experiencing, this too shall pass. Because guess what? Everything eventually falls into the past. And the key is, can I be aware enough? Can I be aware enough to just live in this moment? Because if I can live in this moment, I'm free. If I can live in this moment, we'll go back to where I started. I've become aware. Now, is anyone fully aware? Here's my answer. No. Is anyone fully aware all the time? Here's my answer. No. We're eternally becoming more aware because we live in the illusion. We live in the Maya. As long as we have a body, as long as we have an ego, we live in the illusion that they create. So becoming aware is a process that never ends. And once you understand that, you don't beat yourself up. Oh, that person, they're aware all the time. That person, oh my God, look how high they are. No, everyone's going in and out of awareness, in and out of awareness, in and out of awareness. Some people are doing it more often than others, but they don't stay there. That's just my perspective. So it just was 13:33. That's enough for today. Everything's about awareness. If you haven't bought my book, get my book, The Power in You, on Amazon by Reverend Wolak. I think you will like it. Well, Kimberly, nice to see you come in at the very end. So watch it again once it's posted. Hey, everyone, live aware today and create your best day ever. I say this every day. I love you and accept you just the way that you are. So go make it a great day, everyone. Aloha.